Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having a good first day back to work probably, and yeah, everybody's having a good Monday. Today's stream I'm going to be doing more client work, so I'm going to be 3D modeling. I've still got to do quite a bit on this, so this is probably going to be the streams for the next few weeks. I'm kind of getting to the point where start implementing a lot of the assets into the project and getting things done. So yeah, so the next few weeks is going to be pretty much this project. Where I left off last week, I can't remember. I don't know whether I did a stream or not. I can't. Days are merging into each other, but I was building these bungalows. I think that's where I started, and I got to the ones that I really wanted. And then if I just come over here, hopefully. See this little housing estate that I did, the bungalows and also the flats as well, with the car park in front of it. And this is the League 2 stadium as well, so I kind of put trees in that I've made already, the rocks. So these aren't textured at the moment, so I haven't kind of put them in game yet. I want to get the texturing done on them. But anyway, let me just hide that. There we go. That's the marker, so keep that as it is. And then we've got, I'm actually building some other stuff at the moment. So maybe, let me just, why are you not working? So at the moment I'm currently building this thing, which is a drive-through restaurant. Still need to come up with a name for it and all that, but yeah, so this is drive-through restaurant. I'm going to do another variation of this as well in today's stream, and then I think I need to get some high-rise buildings done for the outer bits, or either that or I get some kind of smaller kind of shops and that sort of stuff. So hopefully get these modeled in today's. Obviously this is the car park for this building. Let me just fix this problem what I'm just having. So, got to do a bit of cleanup. There we go. Why? Okay, let's give this a go. Don't know why it's doing that, but yeah. Cool, let's get some music on. Don't know what to play though today. You'll notice as well, if you follow us on YouTube, I've been uploading these videos gradually on there. It does take a little bit of time for me to download them and then export them over to YouTube. I will be releasing them on YouTube so that they're there forever, so that you can go back to them if I do something in it. If I do something specific with a piece of software, I'm going to put that in its own playlist so that you can actually go back to it and see what I'm doing on it. Okay, so let's delete the layer. Let's create a new layer. Yeah, don't know what was up with that, but it was it just didn't want to work, but we deleted the layer and now it works fine. We don't know how to get that transparency. Okay, so don't think this is UV'd, so I'm actually going to UV it because it'll be good to show that on stream. So I just use to get started on things, I use automatic map, and then what I do is I kind of switch back to I switch this back basically to and then stitch it all. So grab the edges, I'll stitch them back together so that I get the nice seams and stuff. Now for this it's not too much of an issue because obviously we've got, this is going to be a roof material, this is probably going to be a different material down here. It's good here, so it's quick to just kind of automatic map it. But then if I left it like this, then that would be bad, yeah, because it wouldn't seam correctly. So you have to make sure that you're kind of yeah, sorting that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find this first one. I'm going to make sure this is set. Okay, so I know that's the right way around because the V is going the right way around here, so I know that's right. And I'm just going to start to stitch this back together now. The problem is at the moment that it's all connected, or certain bits are connected. So what I'm going to do is, if I come over to here, highlight everything, press cut, I can then start to stitch this back together. Hello. You can always tell when something's wrong as well because it won't stitch. Now, I know for a fact that there's another face here. So it's kind of like, well, hang on, that's a problem. So let's have a look at it. Okay, so there's 3 verts there. There shouldn't be 3 verts. It should only be 2. So let's merge those. So it's not that one. That's fine. It's fine. There you go. That was the problem. There's a vert sitting on top of a vert. So easily I found that problem out because I can't sew this together. Okay. What's your problem? There's also a face there, which doesn't want to sew. Right, what was that face doing? But anyway, so as you can see now, I've got a nice perfect stitch. And if I stitch this a bit more, you can see that it perfectly fits. So if, to be fair, there's not going to be damage and there's not going to be scratches on this building because it's going to be so far away that it's not worth it. But generally, you want to keep things so it flows nicely into it. I'm looking at my second monitor here, so that's why I don't look at the camera, because the thing, I should really put my second camera here because I look at this monitor more. But anyway, so, and I can sew this together now. No? What's your problem? I know what your problem is. It says, it's this face here. We don't need this face. This face can get gone. Same with that one as well, that can go. So when you UV, you will find maybe some issues with your modelling, maybe verts aren't sewed together, all sorts of things, but because to stitch together it needs that done, it's going to warn you basically. Now, I could straighten these up. Yes, you are going to get a bit of warping, okay, but it's definitely going to save space, especially seeing that you're going to see it from there. So you're not really going to see that warping, and it's going to just be a lot easier to stitch together. So normally you would probably leave this gap because, yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually going to ignore that and just undo it. I'm not actually going to sew that together. I'm going to find these 3. And that is flipped the wrong way, so we're going to flip it the right way, like so. I'm going to stitch these together. Okay, what's your problem now? Again, there should only be 2 verts there. And that seems to be fine, so if I stitch this, there we go, it's fine. No, what's up with you? There we go. Just going to align these to center. Make sure these are aligned as well. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit. If I was to do an unfold, that's what it would look like. Okay, so, and you're not going to see that, so that's fine. We can leave it like that. Okay. You can probably hear outside. I have a lot of birds outside. Yeah. I think it's because I feed them. That's why. There we go. And it is just going around your model and making sure that the verts are merged together. Making sure there's like these sort of things onto thing. And to be fair, one of the things we can do is we can actually get rid of this, because we don't need it. And the same on this side as well. It just saves on polys then. Okay, and we just need to do the same with this one, so let's figure out, so it's that way. All I'm doing is holding shift right mouse button and that gives me the marking menu. Again, we've got a problem. What's the problem? Of course. That was straight in UVs, which is a really good one. Ah. There we go, and then we've got one side UV'd. So let's do one of these, because with these ones I'm just going to duplicate them around, because yeah. So let's grab and with this I can just do this, delete that, and duplicate it. quick way of doing it. Set them up, thingy. I'm actually going to combine these now. With this one, again, it's just quicker for me to do that. I can do the whole dun -dun. Like so. I could just duplicate it. Actually, I can grab all the edges and then I can select this back edge here and go stitch. I can do the same with this as well. Let's just automatic map that again. Select the edges. Select the edge that I'm not going to see, which is where the seam's going to be. There you go. The same. Deselect the edge. Stitch. Stitch. There we go. And if I want to just move them out of the way or align them, I can use this distribute shell, and it means that it's no longer sitting on top of each other, so it's really cool if you need to like move things out of the way. I'm actually going to combine these together now because they're done, and that one as well, so let's combine them together. And let's move on to these bits. So I need to do this wall. If I hold V as well, that will... No, it doesn't. I'm just using a line tool like that. Again, just double check that you've merged all the verts. I mean, it's probably best as well. Press Control 1. That actually hides the object that hides everything but the object that you've got selected. Let's not do that. And then if you press Control 1 again, that will deselect it and hide it. So instead of just coming up here and clicking this button, Control 1 does that. So I've got this bit. I need to just this bit. So, okay. And this is the corner here, which we can get rid of. So there we go. We can get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, just going to combine this. Let's do these. Again, I'm just going to select the edge. I don't need that face, you're not going to see it, and it's the same with this face as well. Don't need it, get rid of it. That's a big one. I'm just going to stitch these. That means that it's not the right way anyway, so I can flip it and make sure, yeah, that's fine. And the reason why I combine it after I've UV'd it is just so I know it's combined, it's UV'd, yeah. And then the bits that I haven't UV'd yet, I know that I'm going to do those next. Do you see a problem there? Because I didn't deselect, sorry. Lost me. Because I didn't deselect an edge, that caused an issue with it. So I'll do that again and show you. So if I do that and then go stitch, it causes an issue because what happens is it tries to wrap around, and it's just wrapped around the whole thing. So you've sewed all the edges together and it's kind of, mutated, not mutated, it's warped its way around. So you have to make sure that you deselect an edge before you do this method, or else that's going to happen. And again, make sure you hovered over this screen when you delete, or else you just delete the UV, not the actual face. And I'm just gonna, oh, that's hit my bones. And again, set it. You can do that. Cool. So we have that. That's done now. Oh, hang on, no, we've still got this front bit to do. That's my bad. I'm guessing this is actually going to have some issues, I think. And all I'm doing here is just selecting these edges to, and then I can straighten them like that, but that's caused an issue. You can see here. So let's try and just straighten the square. This might not work. There we go, that's better. So if that ever happens, just don't do as much selection. The problem where I selected the whole thing, so it's averaging based off the whole object here. So the best thing to do is to limit your root selection and try that straighten again, basically. Oh, a tickly cough. Yeah, you've just tuned in. That's fine, because like, again, it's here. This is the camera where you see it. It's fine. It's quick, it's dirty, but it works because the camera you're not going to see up close. It doesn't zoom into about here. I was explaining a bit in it earlier on in this video that for this it's fine because the camera's so far out that you're not going to see it, but anything up close you can't do that because it's going to it's going to skew it basically. It's going to deform the UV. But yeah, like stuff like this, when it's kind of like here, you ain't going to see it, and it makes it more tidy basically, so that you can optimize it for a better position on the UV sheet. But yeah, if I was doing first person or up close or anything high res that isn't for mobile, yeah, I would be using more of the UV sheet, more of the making sure UVs didn't deform or anything like that. How are you, Rich, anyway? How's it going? Yeah, no, it's because I got over the cold a couple of weeks ago. I was just had a dry throat. I had a dry throat then. But yeah, I got over the cold a couple of weeks ago, which was good because I stopped coughing. Everybody stopped looking at me like I was carrying the plague, which I wasn't. It was just a chest infection that I caught before this whole COVID thing when started. Put us all into lockdown. So yeah, you can probably notice my hair is quite long now. Helen really doesn't like it, but hey ho, it's just hair, isn't it? I'll get it cut when I get it when everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry over it like some people in America. I like it. I said that, like, cry like some people in America, and then I lost a viewer. So maybe they were American. No, poor Americans that they can't go out and get their hair cut because they're in lockdown because the virus is killing people. Do you know what, actually? I didn't get rid of all the American people watching then. They stole our freedom. Yeah, but Patrick, you're in the UK. One of us. I'm guessing you don't agree with them, Patrick, or if you do, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, our government hasn't really handled the situation very well, but I think a lot more people have been a bit more respective of lockdown measures in the UK in comparison to other countries. Well, America mainly. Obviously, yeah. Don't quote me on that on the internet. I'm being sarcastic if anybody can't pick up on that. If you are watching, just stay safe and just use a bit of common sense. That's all you need to do. And be nice to one another as well. Like, stop having the mentality, it's about me. Like, it's me, me, me. It's not. Everybody's in this together, so just act nice. Anyway, rant over. Let's get back into doing 3D. Okay, so this is... This song would have been good for the trucking thing I did on Saturday with Ian. It's a bit trucky music. We are nearly at 1,000 views. That'd be so cool. So Rich saw a video of someone wearing a mask and going into a shop. The shop assistant asked, "Where did you get that mask?" as she had cut a hole to breathe out of it. If Kerry's in the chat, please put that emote. Hang on, let me see if I can put it. I think that deserves that, basically. The Darwin Award goes to... great. That's it's actually labelled as Matt Not Happy face. But yes, that did come from the Sea of Thieves session with you and Holly, because it felt like I was herding cats for 3 hours, and yeah, I actually had a headache after that session. Okay, this music, yeah, let's. I just clicked the radio station happy. Yeah, it might have been fun, but still, it was giving me a headache. Anyway, yeah. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be playing Sea of Thieves. Just generally very busy, and yeah, it takes a while to actually do stuff on that game. So it's not like like the trucking simulator I was playing at the weekend, and where I could easily just like spend like an hour or so playing it. But like, yeah, Sea of Thieves, you have to really put quite a lot of time in. Yeah, I saw you were playing it with Ross. Yeah. Are you Pirate Legend yet, Rich? Yeah, I'm close. It's just getting over the final hurdle is it's taking longer than I thought. Even with the new emissary flags, which is so OP, it still takes a while to do it. think I may have been playing a bit too much Call of Duty in the last couple of days. And they have been nerfed. Yeah, have they? Ah, that's why. It's like, because I swear when they first came out, they were like, last week they were, was it last week or the week before, they were really OP. Ridiculously. But yeah, that explains if they've been nerfed a bit. I was playing a bit of Bannerlord this morning because of I was looking at some of the mods that have come out for it. Some pretty interesting ones. Just not even like some of the mods that I've put on it aren't even like just OP mods. They're more how can I describe it? Quality of life mods, where like the stuff that is in the mod should be in the base game but isn't just yet. And it's like, okay, like in the base game there's a thing called where you can only smithy, you have to wait for your smithy energy to get back up before you can do more like breaking down of materials and weapons and that sort of stuff for the smithy. Now that's all good and well early game, but when you start to sack armies, you have this stack of weapons that you want to like smelt down, but it takes an hour to do this whole stack in IRL. So one of the mods that I've got actually tweaks that a little bit and lets you can either have it that it unlimitedly lets you do it, or you can tweak it in such a way that it gives you more stamina basically when you're smithing, which is pretty decent. It's helpful more than anything. Random face. Now what's up with you? There is a problem with you. Ooh, that's the problem. Hello, Mr. Angon. Okay, let's try doing a cleanup on it and see how much it doesn't. Okay, that's fixed. Other than that, I've been playing Animal Crossing. I started a game called State of Decay 2 again on Xbox because it's on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I never finished it. I think you can finish it, but I've never played it long enough to do that. For those who haven't seen that before, it's a zombie survival game. It's quite interesting. I like it. It's based around communities. So, for example, if you've got a group of survivors, and if one of those dies, it's permadeath. So that character's gone forever. And yeah, pretty interesting. And you just have to go around collecting supplies and building your base up and recruiting new followers, so that if like someone does die, you don't lose the conclave. I've actually never lost anybody, so I'm not sure what happens. Don't know anybody in chat's played the game before on there. Yeah. Alright, where are you? You're up here. Oh, hello. where's that last one? Okay. Let's have a quick look at the folder structure. This one isn't UV yet. Let's not do sculpting. Yeah, it goes to there. Both of those faces can go because it's not needed. The only face that needs to stay is that one because that is kind of needed. So I'm going to put these in. I'm just going to combine them. Nope. Why did I do that? There we go. Thought I'd lost those forever then. That's what I wanted to do. Fast food crops. I'm just prefixing it because when I take it into Substance Painter, I need to bake out some of the stuff, so it's better for me to instance it now than it is to thing it. Okay. Cool, so that's that one. Let's do another fast food thing, because that'll be interesting. So let's have a look at some stuff. So, can I get? Yep. Okay, let's make something like that. Nice and simple, but it gets the point across, and we can do a little car park with pavement around and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, let's go for that. There you go. It's not a true waffle shop, I don't think. It's going to be a burger joint of some non-descriptive way. But yeah, it's finished. I've just UV'd it. Now the plan is to get this kind of other fast food joint, well, coffee shop, and then I was thinking of doing some like a couple of smaller shops as well, like on a retail park, and then yeah, go from there basically. You tell I'm in the zone at the moment because I'm not speaking. Just move that slightly out, like that. Just go back to the front bit. So this roof is like that. So I'm just going to combine these all together. Let's merge the verts as well. Get rid of that one. Oh, I may have done this the wrong way around. No, man, it's alright. It's fine. It's fine. You didn't see anything. Yay! We've had 1,000 views. Woo! Do I have a slab? Do I have a stroofwaffle? No. I'll be good. I'll be good. But yeah, thank you for hitting 1,000 views. And thingy. Woo! there's a little bit of a overhang. Cool. Okay, let's do the, so we'll just quickly show you this. We've got the back bit, which is the actual drive-through. So we need to just do this drive-through here. Obviously cut out the door frame as well, and then we just got this little bit thing here to do here. And then I've got this kind of drive-through thing, some signage, and then just everything else, make it square. I'll do that now. Save regularly. Okay, the reason why Boolean didn't work then is because I've already cut this bit out here, so there's no face, so it's not wanting to play ball. So, but we can just use geometry to fix that anyway. And if I do that, I can cut that out. But at the moment it's reversed, so if we go in mesh display, reverse, then that's fine. I can grab that face. There we go. Combine them together. And then what a Boolean would have been quicker, but because I'd already deleted the faces inside, that's what caused the issue basically. So yeah, it's quick turnaround. So with this bit here, let's grab another square. That worked fine because we hadn't deleted anything. We just have to then clean this up. Which we're going to do anyway. I'm just going to grab the verts, merge them. Going to grab the edges and just harden them as well, because the normals screwed up a bit there. So if we just harden the normals, because we've got no soft edges that need faking on this, so it's fine to just grab all the edges and harden them, because they're all hard edges, there's no soft edges there. So and I duplicated this for a reason, and it's because that I can do this. So we've got a bit of a roof. And then I'm just going to grab a plane. Oh, just stretch a little bit. Oh, where's my plane? Grab the plane. Make sure it's set to 1 and 1. And I'm going to start to build a bit of a pavement here. around the shop so that I'm going to try and keep it as basic as possible. Just make sure things line up with each other. There's a very little lip here, so that's fine. Okay, a little lip here, and then bring that across like that. I'm just going to make sure that that is set to that bit there, because when I extrude this, I want it to cover that bit there. And then grab this bit, and again make sure it's set to this line here. Extrude. There we go. I'm just going to combine that and then grab the vertices and do that. Reason for that is it's just yeah, I don't get any gaps, and this is going to be a pavement around the takeout thing. The other thing I don't like the size of that. Just going to get rid of the face as well here. Now I could, if I wanted to, make it slightly thicker. I could combine that together, but at the moment that's fine, just keeping it in there. When you do optimization, you go through a round of optimization, then it might be the case. Actually, I've kind of screwed this up a little bit, so I need to fix this. It's actually not. It's not all the way around. With this sort of thing as well, you can kind of start to really push the optimization and push the polys once you finish construction. Sometimes it's better to leave these squares in, especially when you're working building stuff, but at certain points you then have to kind of tidy these things up, so it's just easier to kind of like bring things into a point. It's going to be cheaper. And for this sort of thing as well, it's just easier to do. Let's bring that over to there. Now, the only other thing I could do, instead of having it like it cut out, instead of that, actually, yeah, I've got an idea. So I could have it cut out, which is fine, but then at the same time it's like, well, it's just going to sit on top of it. So why didn't you just have a plane underneath instead of having all that geometry? Which is fair enough. I think I did it with the other fast food. Yeah, it's just actually sitting on top of things. So yeah, let's do that. Just saves space and time. Well, it saves it saves not money, but it saves poly budget. And have it so it's like that. Let's straighten this up as well. Oh wow, started to drop off of viewers. Okay, so I need to do the actual just going to duplicate this a minute. Sorry, I'm just stretching a little bit. Oh. Okay, so this is what I've got so far on this one. I need to put a sign here, and then I've got the drive-through stuff here as well. I could probably get rid of this one and this one over here. It's the menu, so that one can go here. It's like the order point and menu. Actually, let's make this slightly smaller. Just the order thing, and then this slightly bigger. That's the menu. Like it is. All this should be now connected. So hopefully, if we double click the faces, yeah, it's all connected. And then I've got a big sign as well, which I need to kind of make now. So I will take a small one, change it to post. Cylinder, flip it the right way, and let's change this to say 8. Yeah, 8. Make these the right way. So they're roughly there. There you go. Cool. So just gonna So we can remove that geometry in a minute. What we can do is this. We can make sure that it's in the center. Same with this as well. Just means we can get rid of these lines like so, and just let's combine these. Cool. So we've got a takeaway there based off this one. So I'll UV this now, and then I will, pardon me, then I will carry on. So let me just even this all out. There we go. Oh. Okay, let's UV this. Just trying to get this done before I go for a break. That's fine. Just gonna grab. Best thing to do is this. Marquee tool it, stitch it, do the same, but then what you do is deselect this edge, these edges, and then hit so. Now the only thing you have to then do is straighten these bits up, like so. You can find straighten here, shift, right mouse button, straighten UVs. What's this bit? This is the back wall. Now with the back wall it's a little bit different because I can't really thingy. What are these bits? Ah, so I need to do that. stitch these bits in. These are going to be the windows, and then the back wall. We're going to keep separate because if I stitch it on there, it's going to be way too long on the UV sheet, so it's kind of not going to fit properly. So we won't put that on. How's my stream been today in terms of, have I been skipping frames or has it been alright? I know the pigeons are out in force, so you could probably hear them going cooing. Yeah. Can hear him cooing now. Trying to record. So you can also create a UV. So if you didn't want to like cut those together, you could actually create a UV shell from a selection. So that's another good way of doing things. Okay. Okay, let's start with that. Let's cut that. Do you know what? Let's just start that again. It's just easier. Move that out of the way. Let's cut all these pieces. Gonna save it just to make sure. Do. What am I doing? I was doing something. Yes, that's what I was doing. Making sure I spelled coffee right. think we're pretty much sorted. The other thing I do want to do is I'm just going to test the UVs, not the UVs, but the width of this drive through, because like you saw, I did do some changes so that it fits with the road itself, which I think I already did. The other thing is the pavement itself is a bit too big. Let's lower that down. It's just so when I construct these all together as a kit that I don't have to do much changes to it. Cool. I think bring that slightly down a bit. I think okay. Oh, let me just stretch a bit, and I think the only thing left to do is to just do an automatic layout on this. Not an automatic layout, what am I on about? Just do a layout on it basically. Now, if you notice with these ones, what the fudge? Okay, I'm slightly concerned a little bit. Stadium. So other than this, it looks like it's fine. Not too much of an issue, we can just do this. This is annoying. Don't know why it's screwed up. Oh. easiest way is this. Oh, I'll fix that another time. That's a pain in the backside. Why would that be a thing? Like, why is that like that? Anyway, I mean, I could do a layout on it and have it so it thingies. Whatever I do, I'm gonna have to fix that anyway. So if I click apply, that's gonna go on this top section here, and then I can do the same with these as well. So I can grab these two and go, okay, let's do bottom left, click apply, and it means now I'm going to be putting these all on one texture basically, so it just saves me thingy. So the next things to do are so yeah, the next few things to do, actually before I start, I'm just going to have to make sure that the text events is set. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now I can do a layout. Okay, but yeah, so the next things to do on this are, I've got to do one more set here, and then I've got to do fix this issue that I had with the UVs, and then I've got to do some high-rise stuff, so some like bigger buildings, some high-rise flats, and then kind of go from there really. And then I can start to populate a lot of the older environment tiles and start to get those into game. But yeah, I want to try and get this texture sheet done so that I can get into Substance and start painting it. It's going to take me a while to do that. So yeah, so thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I won't be around on Wednesday. I'm streaming on ARU's channel. They've got an open day. I think it's an open day or an applicant day or something. So I'm going to be streaming on that. Hang on. Here we go. Just confirm an email. Yeah. So yeah, so I won't be on this channel. I'll be on another channel. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next stream.